Today we're going to go over what you need to know to check CIS fuel injector inserts to see if they're leaking. We'll go through the leak test, removing the old inserts, cleaning the threads in the cylinder head, and we'll also seal and reinstall the new inserts. You may be aware that turbo engines are now using a new injector seal. If you work on the injectors on an 84 or later turbo engine, make sure you use these new green injector seals. Don't install the old black style. Now eventually, all Audis with CIS fuel injection will use these green seals. Now to check the injector inserts and see if they're leaking, the first thing you'll need to locate is an air pressure regulator, and you can use US 1106 or its equivalent. You'll need a connection to your shop air pressure supply. You'll need a hose with a 5/16 inside diameter. And last, you'll need a container filled with some soapy solution. Now it's best to use a soap solution that makes easy to see bubbles. You'll find that dishwashing liquid mixed 50-50 with water works real well. The air regulator gets connected here to the supply pipe for the air-shrouded injectors at the cylinder head. Now remove the rubber hose coming from the intake air boot and install your handmade hose in its place. Now use a clamp on this hose to hold it securely in place. Connect the air pressure regulator to the shop air supply, and then, using the knob on the regulator, adjust your air pressure to between 15 and 20 psi. Now this is all the air pressure you need. If you use more than this, your test results may be incorrect. Now, put the soap solution on the injector seals and the injector inserts. Now connect the tester to the rubber hose that you've already attached to the supply for the air-shrouded injectors. With the air pressure applied, look closely at the area around each injector insert. If there's a leak, you'll see a steady stream of air bubbles. Now see this injector insert here? This means that this insert is leaking, and we'll have to remove both the injector and the insert and reseal it. First, remove the injector so you can get access to the injector insert. Now, even if the insert's just loose and not broken, you don't simply retorque it. If the insert's leaking, you must remove it, replace it with a new one, coat the new threads with Loctite 325, and install it into the cylinder head. Now, if you're working on a turbo engine and you notice some oil residue on the intake manifold, check to see that it has this new style rubber valve cover gasket installed. All turbo engines should now use this gasket. Now there are two types of injector inserts. The early style is a single-piece plastic insert with a fiber sealing washer, and the later style is a metal insert with a rubber sealing washer. Now the metal insert is a two-piece insert. It has a plastic nozzle that snaps over the metal portion of the insert, and then the rubber sealing washer fits over the plastic tip. Now, all injector inserts are threaded into the cylinder head and can be removed with different size Allen wrenches. A special toolkit, US 1123, is available, and inside this kit you have all your different size Allen sockets, plus a puller for removing the injectors from the inserts. Ordering information for this toolkit is available in the Special Tools microfiche. From past experience, I can tell you that the Allen wrenches work well in getting the metal inserts out, but as you can see here, they can occasionally strip on the plastic inserts. Now, to remove the plastic inserts, you'll find that this snap-on extractor works really well. It grabs the inserts down here below the threads to make removal a lot easier. Using our extractor and a wrench, we can take out our plastic insert. Once we have the insert out, don't forget to go down and take out the fiber sealing washer. Now, if we need to, we can clean out any remaining locking compounds from the threads here using a thread chaser, which we can make from a metal insert and grind 4 grooves in it like we have here. Now we can use this thread chaser, run it down into the cylinder head, and as I said, clean out any remaining locking compound from the cylinder head threads. Now once we have the threads clean, we can reinstall our new plastic insert. But before we do that, we should take a look at what it takes to remove the metal inserts. Now to remove the metal inserts, use an Allen wrench of the proper size and place it into the insert. Now you can also use this special tool here, tool number 1123. Now with the insert removed from the cylinder head, take your thread chaser and go down and clean out any remaining Loctite from the threads in the cylinder head. Now we're ready to install the new injector inserts. Now the threads on the inserts must be coated completely with this Loctite 325. Now we recommend using only Loctite 325 on the injector insert threads. Now use enough Loctite 325 on the threads so that it oozes out after you've installed the insert into the cylinder head. Now we recommend the use of Loctite 325 because it not only locks the insert in place, but will also seal the threads at the temperatures that this insert will be subjected to. Now also, only use Loctite 325 by itself. Don't use a hardener along with it. Now if you can't locate a supplier of Loctite 325, you can call the manufacturer at this number. Just dial 1-800-323-5106. And if you live in Connecticut, dial 1-278-1280. With the threads of the insert completely coated with Loctite 325, make sure you have a new sealing ring on the tip of the insert, then install the insert back into the cylinder head. Once the threads are started, take the correct size Allen wrench and tighten the insert by hand. As a final step, tighten the insert using a torque wrench. Now, plastic inserts get tightened to 14 foot-pounds. Metal inserts get tightened to 18 foot-pounds. Now, once the injector insert is installed, lubricate the injector O-ring with gasoline. Now, only use gasoline. Don't use another solution, such as silicone or your own saliva, because the gasoline will evaporate without leaving a residue. Now, quickly install the injector. And if it's installed properly, it should pop into place. A rolled injector O-ring can look like this. Now, if you have one that rolls, you'll have to remove the injector, re-lubricate the O-ring with gasoline, and reinsert the injector. Now, once the injectors are installed, the next thing we want to do is perform the leak test again. And using a mirror, recheck each injector seal to make sure that the seals haven't popped out. Well, that about does it. Now, the important things to remember are, set your shop air pressure to between 15 and 20 psi using the air regulator US 1106 or its equivalent. Apply a non-flammable soap solution to the injector inserts. Connect the air regulator to the air-shrouded injector supply pipe. Check for a steady stream of bubbles. Replace, reseal any leaking inserts. Recheck for leaks, and if no bubbles appear, disconnect the shop air supply and use a mirror to ensure that the seals are all properly seated.